We're back to the Neil Haley Show, and I am excited to talk about this show. I'm excited to welcome, first of all, JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rodgers, hosts of a recent divorcee search for romance in paradise with one catch, the Big D. How are you guys, man? And this is an interesting show because I could imagine, as I'm close to having a divorce and it's almost over, I couldn't imagine my ex being on an island with me and I'm trying to find new love with somebody else. That's a really
I mean,
CTV, right?
that's what we loved about the show, right? I mean, you can go watch any kind of reality dating show you want on any different platform, but I don't think anybody has really gone after this type of reality show. And I think there's a reason, right? Divorce often gets a negative stereotype, a stigma around it. A lot of times it feels like the end of romance. A lot of people feel broken after divorce. And I think we really wanted to break those stereotypes because divorce can be the start of something really beautiful and the start of new love. And I think that's what's interesting is you bring all these couples together and all these divorced couples, you put them in the same house, you're going to get the fireworks of the drama that you want. I mean, you go somewhere with your ex, there's contentious relationship. You're dating somebody in front of your ex. Some of them aren't over the relationship. Some of them are completely over the relationship. So that's the drama that you love out of every good dating reality show. But on the other side of it, we have a relationship expert there. We put them through exercises that break the ice, force them to work on communication and tools they maybe didn't have in their previous relationship to help them start new love and new relationships. So you get the whole spectrum of the drama and the new love that pull at your heartstrings.
How important is communication, JoJo, especially in a relationship? I mean, that's what we're seeing, so many relationships ending now because of COVID and after that, and everyone's reflected on their lives and what they really want to do and not do. And we all make these changes.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have to say, I always say this, people. I think, you can love someone the most you could ever love anything in the whole wide world. But if you don't have respect for that person and if you can't communicate properly, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to be a healthy relationship. So those are two big things that I always say that are so important. Communication has been something from the start of our relationship that we have had to continue to put in the work on, right?
Yeah.
No person's the same. No person thinks the exact same. So it's
Right.
always going to be something. For 100 years, it's going to be something you have to continuously work on and learn and relearn. And so it is huge. And I think that was, on the show, The Big D, you're going to see a huge variety of so many different issues that occurred in past relationships and what led to, the end of their relationship. So many times it's over not being able to just communicate properly. And they learn with the right tools, like, hey, why did we let that break us? Like that
shouldn't have been a deal breaker.
Shouldn't have been a deal breaker. And so that was a cool thing. I just got chills thinking about it because you see a lot of these moments where these people who have been broken, who are carrying this baggage from past relationships, have these breakthroughs from just a small tool that helped them get through that. And so it's so key.
So how important is your relationship, in a way to make sure it works communication wise? This is important for everyone to listen to because a lot of couples to stay together, especially you both are in the limelight, you both are public figures. That's a challenge, right?
No doubt. And we weren't shy away from the fact that our first year after The Bachelorette was really hard. I mean, we came to a point where we're like, hey, maybe we're just not right for each other. We love each other, but this is not working. We're not communicating. We're not understanding each other. And it's been a constant journey of deciding, no, we're going to lean into it. We're going to work on this. We're going to choose each other. But what was interesting about the show is we got a chance to sit in the green room or get makeup done, wardrobe with Dr. Jada Jackson, our relationship expert on the show. So we got like 1,000 hours of unbillable therapy sessions. And I hope she doesn't send us a bill for that. But it was just little things that were like, we still can work on that. So it's just having an awareness that, look, you're with the right person, but no relationship's perfect. No person is perfect. So you're always going to have moments of growth in areas that you can grow.
And communication is a big thing, JoJo. If you're willing to make changes and try different things and meet your significant other halfway, that's the only way it's going to work. It can't be someone else having to work on all their problems and not the other person.
Self-awareness is very key. It is a very key part of a relationship. Owning when you've done something, when you've been in the wrong, apologizing when you need to, self-awareness, compromising, so many different things that I think, we have practiced throughout our relationship and we continue to practice.
What tip do you give couples to keep the relationship going, especially with now it's a different world, right? We can get online, we can do different things. We think we can have a new life really fast. Everyone's about changing their lives quickly and not really looking at having a trusting partner to stay with, which is going to be the most successful people in the world. They have someone by their side for success in life, in love, and in happiness. What is your recommendation to couples?
I mean, I think for us, like all the things that we just talked about, right? Putting in the work is so important, but I think you got to remember to have fun with your partner. Like one of the things that we love, even hosting shows together, working together in daily life, like this should be like your best friend, right? So do the things that create joy between each other and laughter. Laughing is so good. So whether that's, if you feel like you're in a rut, go to a comedy show, go do something that you both really enjoy together, because having
intentional about that.
Having those moments together where you're just like dying laughing or having so much fun or creating new experiences really rebonds you. And so I think that that's something that we're lucky to, we love working together. We love hosting these shows together. We love just day-to-day life together. So I think that's been, having a best friend in a relationship, I think is super important.
And finding areas and times to disconnect. I think you mentioned just the social media. I mean, we have access to anything at any time.
Yeah,
I think, which can be distracting, and also can act like the grass is greener somewhere. So finding ways to disconnect from technology. We take these long walks in our neighborhood all the time, 3-4 times a week, couple-mile walk where we're not on our phones. We're just out in nature, talking, spending quality time together. I think is really important, because in this day and age, it's easy to just not do that. And just be down on
your phone all day, or being so not intentional with your relationship.
Exactly. And getting away from what you are. So especially if you're public figures like you two, to get away and just try to be normal, right? That's the important thing as a couple, and to enjoy that normalcy. That's the key thing. And so what do you think your biggest surprise that we should watch on this show? Because I'm still thinking about this as my soon-to-be ex-wife. If I was on the same island with her, what the hell would that be like? But seriously,
season 2?
Yeah.
Huh? No, thank you.
I will say, Jordan said it, like this show has everything that you need for the fireworks, for the drama, for like, can't take your eyes off the TV screen. But people will be surprised. I think that there's so many more layers to this show, and there's these breakthrough moments, and you become very invested in these individuals. You become very invested in the couples, the relationships that are forming. You really start to root for them. There are moments where I was teary-eyed and I was crying in moments, and I was like, why am I crying right now? But then there's moments where you're up till like 3 a.m. because the house has been set on fire basically, and you're trying to like put the fire out.
Exactly.
So there's so many things that you can expect, but I will say you do get the pull on the heartstrings in this.
You'll notice episode 1 that there are certain individuals and couples that maybe come to this going, I'm single, I'm ready to mingle, I'm going to drink and have some fun, find me a new boyfriend, girl, whatever it is. And in a couple days or a couple exercises down the road, they start looking at their ex going,
wait a second.
Wait, I thought this was over.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So people definitely need to check out The Big D, premiering Wednesday, June 14th on USA and Peacock. So I appreciate it. This is going to be a fantastic time, and Peacock's a great network, and I appreciate you guys for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.